Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which were participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, we have a shocking political bombshell that is shaking Nigeria's political space right now. A prominent northern elder has come out swinging, blasting President Bola Tinubu in a fiery interview that is already causing serious buzz across the country. In this no-hold-barred conversation, he didn't just criticize Tinubu, he tore into his leadership style, called him arrogant, and even accused him of ignoring the very people who have put him in power. He says this arrogance has blinded Tinubu's leadership, confirmed fears many had before the 2023 election. But here is where it gets even more explosive. This elder revealed that Labour Party's Peter Obi, not Tinubu, was the real winner of the 2023 presidential election. According to him, his team had field agents and auditors who gathered independent results showing Obi swept regions like Anambra, Abia, and even defeated Tinubu in Lagos itself. He insists the official figures did not reflect the true outcome. He also warned that the government is heavily dominated by a small circle of Tinubu loyalists, many from his Yoruba base, accusing them of sidelining non-Yoruba supporters after victory. He claims he saw this coming during the campaign, even warning that antagonizing northern voters will be political suicide. And if you thought reconciliation might be possible, forget it. He says he cannot work under Tinubu in any capacity. In fact, if he had been appointed to this government, he would have resigned immediately, claiming the style of governance completely clashes with his principles. This elder didn't stop there. He declared the North must unite ahead of 2027, seize control of the instruments of power, and back only a candidate, whether Northerner or Southerner, who truly understands and will fix the region's problem. Talks are already ongoing under a powerful coalition with big political names involved. Guys, I will let you watch the video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Great. From the farm to the night meetings of your opposition.
It's not always in the night.
But, I understand now that you people try to do it in the night so that your secrets will not get out.
There are no secrets in politics. There are actually no secrets in politics. Politics is about people, and the more, the better. Politics is about getting as many people as you can into your mindset. So there's no secret about politics. And surprisingly, even within a very close-knit cycle, things still leak out. So,
I mean,
at least not in Nigeria.
I mean, now you are more or less, you've not really moved as such in terms of slogan and acronym. ADC, APC, more or less the same thing, isn't it?
No, but not the same party, not the same principles, not the same ideology.
So a lot of you were former APC. Atiku, former APC. Rotimi Amechi, former APC. Nuru Ribadu, Nasir El-Rufai, former APC.
Yeah.
And yourself, former APC.
Yes.
So what has changed?
Well, we've disagreed with the APC and moved to the ADC. That is the change.
So is the middle letter that has changed?
Yes, it is what has changed, but much more than that. I said the principles have changed. The idea of governance has changed. You know, there's a cleavage in what you thought ought to be and what is actually on the ground. So you move.
I mean, before I forget, you served under President Buhari. He's late. This is the first time I'm having a conversation. How much do you miss him?
He was a good man, very good man. We don't, you know, as a Christian, the Bible admonishes us not to mourn like the pagans mourn. And I think that comments epitomizes General Buhari. I mean, he has He lived a good life. He did his best for the country. He served the country very well right from his youth. And God, on the other hand, has done well for him. So what do you mourn there? What do you mourn? He got to a very old age, good age to die. He had achieved all a human being in Nigeria would aspire to achieve, especially a soldier. Some just get to Major General and they retire. They reach the pinnacle of their military career. He was lucky as a soldier. He had experienced war. He had participated in it. He had been on the political front. He was a commissioner of petroleum resources, now a minister. They call him now minister. He had done that very, very well. He had become governor of Northeastern State, which is now comprising of 5 states. So why should we complain? God has done it for him.
Have you forgiven the instance that got you out of office?
We never had him. No. We never disagreed about what got me out of office. We never disagreed. I told somebody last time that we didn't even discuss it. As we speak, we never discussed that issue with Buhari. We never did. That's not that issue.
But you were one of the strongest CP. You were in the CPC bloc.
Yes.
In fact, you were seen as one of the cabals
yes.
In power. And I remember the very popular "Who is the presidency?" Which a lot of people thought that was a confidence in how much power you held on the inside.
Yes.
And it was surprising that you were let off the role at a time. So, I mean, it seemed as though President Buhari was not properly briefed about what really happened.
Oh, no, he was properly briefed.
I didn't
I didn't know Buhari as a head of state. I didn't know him as a president. I didn't know Buhari even as a minister. I knew him way back as a soldier. That's how I knew him, from major position. So we moved on until he got to where he did. And I knew him very, very well. We're quite close. He knows me also quite very well. So when that thing happened, we didn't need to discuss it because we knew each other very, very well. So what is there to discuss? People would come to me sometimes and say, if you go to so person and speak to him, he speaks to Buhari. Buhari would listen to him. Buhari never refused to do what he would say. I say, no, there's nobody.
Have you forgiven those who were behind it?
I never gave them a thought. Very funny, isn't it? But I never bothered about them. I have this belief, it's fatalistic maybe, but my own conclusion of that matter was my relationship with Buhari. I look at when he made me SGF when I was not interested, when I was not experienced for the position, but he took the bold decision to give it to me. I didn't ask for it. He gave it to me. So at that point, he had done well for me. So how it ended, it's not an issue. It's not the reference point for me. The reference point is at the time he appointed me. The goodness was how it ended up was a different thing altogether.
But I mean, for those, I know it came to you as some kind of shock and surprise. But for those who did the job, those who thought that it was one Babachi Lawa, one Buhari government. There are a lot of people who thought that you are one-man government. And if that had come to you, and you look at those who did it, and you thought maybe you were powerful than them, or you are equally as powerful. Have you met those people before? After then?
I know them. I mean, one time when the thing was going on, and there's one person in particular that funded that
removal,
that process, and when it got to a stage where it had gone out of his hand, it had snowballed. I'd like to say that it was not one person that removed me. But by the time I got to that stage, almost everybody wanted me out of the office. Anybody who wanted to manipulate the system or get access to Buhari and manipulate him wanted me out of the system. So he came to me. I mean, there were witnesses. At that time, he went to my friend, this present governor of Yobe State. The other person there was this present national vice chairman, APC Northeast, and I think one other person from the Buhari house. And those were my friends. So they told me that this man wants to meet with you. I said, okay, let's meet. Why not? I want to meet. So we met in Malabuni's house. And was it, why did you call me? I was then on suspension. Why did you people call me? He said, this man wants to talk to you. I said, okay, fine, my brother. What do you want to say? He said, okay, I want to beg you to forgive me. I didn't know it would be like this. I said, what did I do to you? I don't know what I did to you because I thought you were one of my favorite persons. You know, he was the governor. And he said, actually, you were trying to bring somebody back into APC, somebody who had left APC. And if that man returns to APC, my political career would be in jeopardy. So he used the word, he used the word self-interest. So self-interest that propelled me. I looked at him. I said, my brother, it's not you that removed me, it's God. Don't take credit for what you cannot do. I said, this will not go to say, well, I'll forgive you. There's nothing to forgive, there's God. So we left. After that, we do meet. And anytime, I mean, I didn't react to what he said. After eventually I left, and then we would meet. We always would meet. And I would greet him, we would smile, we would laugh. He used to, every time we meet, he would say, you are a good Christian. My brother, you are a good Christian. He used to say that. I wish he's serious. He used to say, you are a good Christian. And then we part, and then we smile, and then we go. What does that mean? He's
left being a governor right now?
Yeah. Yes,
he was one of the governors of the North.
Yes. And then again, it was the Senate that were doing the hatchet job, isn't it? So, I mean, the Senate president then was close to me. We used to... The
allegation of the grass cutting.
Yes. The Senate president was close to me. And to my house. We sometimes drink tea together. And he would say, Oga, this thing, it's not me, it's from your people. Back home. So I said, I know now. My brother, what's your problem? I know now. So that's it. The clincher here is this. The clincher here was this. Everybody knew I was too close to the president. And that was, of course, my character now is not, I don't take less. I push, I demand my positions and things like that. So everybody knew. And it appeared like I was doing some of the jobs of the VP in any case. And, you know, the president never denies me any request. You know, so people felt that they must get at that relationship. They must destroy that relationship. And that's what they did. And so I know my man, I know my president, I know him, you know.
But I mean, looking back, what's your biggest lesson from that experience?
It's not the biggest lesson I have in life. If I tell you the biggest lesson I have is in the village, you know, on the farm. When I get to the farm, the experiences I have with the laborers, I tell them, I say, when I go back to Abuja, I would think Bola Tinubu is an angel. They'll say, Habawaga. You know, I used to tell the bishop in my village, I say, sir, anytime I walk around in this place, what I see human beings, I see them as the log of wood for hellfire. It's Habawaga. Because the things they do to you, you will not ascribe it to a human being. But they do it, and they do it with good conscience, no? So that experience, I don't know whether there's anything to learn from it. I know the personal, they are not doing well now. I mean, basically, most of them are not doing well.
Most of those who removed
Yeah, most of them. Most of my friends laugh at it. I say, no, it's not, they are not doing well like I'm doing well. They are not.
But I mean, the issue of the grass cutting, where does that leave you?
Well, I don't know. It's finished. It's finished. We went to court, and the judge ruled that at the point when they had closed their case, the judge ruled that at that stage I was supposed to enter my defense, isn't it? After they had closed their case, and my lawyers put in a no case submission, and the judge agreed with it that there's nothing to defend. There's nothing to defend
because you didn't cut grass, anyways.
Yeah, that's it. They couldn't prove that I did anything like that.
But what is the truth about the grass cutting deal?
What is this grass cutting? The story is long. We've been here with you.
To discuss with that. I mean, we're supposed to talk about opposition politics. But I mean, sometimes you just get engrossed in trying to learn from other people's experience. Now that you have moved into the ADC, what are your people saying in the North about Tinubu?
As a person, I had looked at the North, I looked at the problems, and I looked at the fact that solution to the problems can only be possible if you have the instruments of power and coercion. If you don't control the military, There's no way you can coerce them into doing the right thing with insurgency and bandits, whatever name we like to call them. So it is important that we get the instruments of power as Northerners in the hands of somebody who understands the issues facing us and who will face it headlong and bring a solution to it. That is my position. Now, to do that, we had a group of people who started meeting with like minds. How do we approach this? What is the issue? What are the issues? So we call this Nigerian People's Consultative Political Forum, North, in which almost every significant northern politician that is not in government attends our meetings. The idea is we get together, we bring unity to this North. There's disunity among us, and we analyze what is meant by this disunity among us, what are the causes, how do we ameliorate them, and then so we agreed that we must vote en bloc. If we don't vote en bloc, we will not be able to achieve our goals.
So that's the agreement now.
That's our understanding of the way to go. Now, whoever it is that will eventually emerge, we will only support somebody that understands the problems facing the North, and will present them to him.
Either the person is a Northerner or a Southerner. Or have you decided?
Even if he's from heaven.
Have you made any decision about who you are going to be?
No, me as a person.
No, I'm saying as your group.
No. Eventually, we just decided, of course, that we can only pursue this if we are in one solid political party, and we all agree this political party can only be ADC. Now, I'm part of those. I'm the leader, one of the leaders of the ADC. You know, and from the beginning, the discussion is all the intending contestants must slow down their ambitions until we form a political platform that will facilitate victory for them. And they have, I mean, at the national level, and quite a lot of the most significant ones, they are Samechi, is Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar is there. I'm sure there are others there who have not yet thrown in the towel.
Babachilawa is not one of them?
No, nobody will vote for me. I don't know, even my guy who said it was because even my wife will not vote for me.
Why?
Because they say you go and abuse everybody, you will not bend, you will not negotiate. To me, black is black, white is white. There's no gray color to me. And so, I mean, I'm not going to...
You are not electable?
I'm not electable, I think, in the Nigerian political scene. And I've never offered myself for election. Even as a student, you know, I never.
Well, you've been in party leadership.
Yeah, I've been running the party.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that, even though I'm not electable, the thing about political party is that there's oppression of the underprivileged. I mean, people would say, go in, sell your house, we'll vote for you, they vote for you, you get landslide victory. Somebody in Abuja that has connection and money will buy it and throw it out. And you have nowhere to go, except if there is one man that always stands for the truth within the political system. Then they come to you. At that time, they need you.
So it was a unanimous decision that ADC, by this northern elite, is a party that could win election.
That would win. That would win election.
Okay. What gives you that kind of assurance? Or what gave your group that assurance that it will win the election?
We know who we are that are driving it. We know what we read on what we see on the streets. We know what people say on the streets. We are Nigerians now. We are not living in heaven.
So the ADC is the party of the northern elites, or the choice party of the northern elites?
Yes.
Babe, in your own mind, and I know that you're a Christian, and fairness is part of your moral judgment. Where do you think power should rotate to in 2027?
Power should go to the person that will give every Nigerian a sense of belonging, a sense of justice.
Even if the person is a Lebanese?
Even if he's a Lebanese. The issue is the issue about politics.
So you don't care whether it goes to the north or to the south?
The thing is personal in the end. To the individual, to me, to you. How are you living? Is there any environment in which your aspirations are achieved? And who can guarantee that environment? So that is what is most important to the individual Nigerian.
I mean, in your own mind, you think that it will, after Buhari, your friend, for 8 years, power shouldn't shift to the other side, and fairly speaking to another 8 years. Those are the arguments of some Nigerians who think fairness is only if power. And that's the reason why your very good friends, Peter Obi and Rotimi Amechi, said,
and Bola Tinubu must include him.
Is Bola Tinubu still your friend?
Yes, of course.
Your former friend or your present friend?
We are friends. We've not had a conference to dissolve it. We have to meet to dissolve it. We've not.
No, but you've been speaking against him so fiercely.
Yes, I should.
Is that how you speak against your friends?
Oh yes, you are free. You should be in a position to tell your friend the truth.
On television?
On television, if he doesn't listen individually.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
July 2002.
That's a long time. That's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so that maybe it's now your acquaintance, not your real friend any longer.
Well, I don't know. At one time, as part of our problem when it started, he called one of our friends to bring a dictionary and read what does the friend means. The problem with Bola Tinubu is that he thinks I'm the one that offended him. I didn't offend him. He offended me.
What did you do to him?
No, it's not for television, that one. But he offended me. And he's full of himself. And he thinks that because he's now a so-called president.
Is he so-called or is he the president?
So-called.
That's the president of the Federal Republic.
I believe he didn't win the election.
What makes you think so? Because you supported Peter Obi?
Yes.
So that's why you think.
The results available to us at that time believe he didn't win the election.
But the court says otherwise.
The court, of course, you know who they are.
The court stands for justice.
Yeah, the court stands for justice in court.
So you don't believe in the courts?
I believe in the courts. What can you do? They are there. They are supposed to do their duties. They are doing their duties. It's not about believing.
So if you don't believe Bola Tinubu won the election, the court in the first, the result at the poll says he won. The court in the first instance says he won. Yes. The court in the second instance says he won.
Yes, but the facts on the ground said he didn't win.
Who now won? Atiku?
Peter Obi won that election.
That came third?
According to the result that was announced. Not according to the true results.
So how do you determine who won an election?
We have the data now. Look, we had monitors on the field. We had agents on the field. We collected our data. We know our results. We know the results that were coming in from the field. We can see clearly the point at which they were altered. We can see clearly, you know.
Was he altered in Anambra? Was he altered in Abia? Was he altered in Enugu? Peter Obi won landslide. He won over 90% of the votes in that region.
Yes.
He beat Bola Tinubu in Lagos.
Yes.
He had huge votes in the North Central.
It doesn't mean there are no states where election was conducted. There are. You know, when you do rigging, you rig only where you are strong. And because...
Is Peter Obi strong in Lagos? That is Bola Tinubu's state.
Yes.
As a politician, you know what it means when you lose your home top.
I know what it means. They didn't understand the demography of Lagos very well at that time.
So it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. They underplayed the demography of Lagos. And it shocked them. And the demography showed. Subsequent elections, they worked on that demographic issue. That's why there was voter suppression in the gubernatorial election. And in this last election, local government. The demography took them by surprise.
Would you still be supporting Peter Obi in 2027?
I think they say a day in politics is long. Things have changed. The parameters that we were used to evaluate our candidate in 2023 is going to be different from this one. Things have moved on. So we'll see when we get there, we'll see what goes.
This offense that Bola Tinubu offended you must be a very grave one.
Excessive.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he almost kill you?
No.
Did he kill your child?
No.
Did he steal from you? What exactly could he have done that is so grave?
See, you are my friend. When we get off the television, I will tell you. If you want to know.
I'd like to know.
Not on television.
But he thought you offended him.
I mean, it's because it was arrogance. The guy has an arrogance that belies definition.
That's the president, the number one citizen of the nation.
Isn't that a human being? When you get to president, do you become suddenly Jesus Christ? Or do you suddenly become Muhammad? You are still who you are. Being a president doesn't change who you are.
But he's older than you.
Of course.
You know where I come from, they say you use age to cheat a child. Maybe
you cheat him. You are using the corruption, so you cheat a child. So
no. Proverbially, that's what I mean. Our people in Yoruba will say, "What do you use age for?" If not to. But I mean, don't you think as a Christian?
When I grew up, the way I was brought up, the way I grew up, not necessarily I was brought up. I don't respect you because you have money. It's not of no value to me. Because you have money, it's of no value to me. Because you have age, you cannot use it to suppress my truth. It's of no value to me. You cannot use it to suppress my truth. Because you have power, you cannot use it to suppress my truth. That's the way I grew up.
Did he suppress you?
No, because you brought the matter of age.
Did he humiliate you in any way?
No, it's worse than that. If we talk,
it must be very bad.
it is very, very bad.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with him about it?
I just told you who he is. When the people come to me, they come to me. Somebody said, Oga, it's time to reconcile with their friend. They think they will make insinuations of political positions. And if you are there, people behind you will not suffer. I said, go and build your own personality, build your own person to get to the position I've gotten. You cannot ride on my back while I'm going to suffer. You cannot ask me to override my own principle just because you want to ride on my back.
Would you, for the sake of peace? I mean, you're a Christian. The Bible says that you should be at peace with all men.
Yes.
Maybe somehow you could approach him and say, let's resolve our differences.
And do what? Then we do what?
You be at peace.
I'm at peace.
You obey the Bible.
Or
you don't believe in the Bible any longer.
I'm at peace.
Yeah, you're an elderly man.
Yes.
There are some things that an elder will just overlook and let go.
I've overlooked it and my life is going on.
So what if you see the president today, what would you tell him?
I'll greet him. Greet him.
Would you talk about the problem?
I told you, even when I was removed as SGF, I never gave Buhari the opportunity to discuss that matter with me. We're always together. We always met.
That's your character.
That's my character.
Is it arrogance?
I don't know. That's my character. I don't carry excessive load. My character is that if we fight, we finish that fight, I forget it. I junk it and move on. Until another fight comes, I face it.
So this your antagonism and criticism of Bola Tinubu is personal?
It's not personal. I thank God that I didn't make a mistake of being in this government administration. I thank God that he gave me that opportunity at that time to distance myself from that government. I don't know, because if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned.
Why?
Because the way they run the government doesn't gel with me.
What makes you think?
I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I've lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system. They are so predominant in the system.
So you're accusing this government and President Bola Tinubu of nepotism.
Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which were participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not count your support. I used to say that all the time, even when we sit in his house and they say, no, BD is not like that. I used to say, look, gentlemen, if they are honest, bring them on this television, they will remember. I said, the thing is that we are just doing this because we want Bola Tinubu to be president. We that are not Yorubas will regret it. Because when you go there, they throw us out. They say, no, BD, why are you saying that? It's not true. It's happening now.
Is it happening now?
Exactly. Worse than that. I didn't expect it to be like this bad.
I'd like to ask you, you are so critical of Bola Tinubu and this government. Is it fair to criticize a government that's just about 2 years in office over performance and promises that are being made? What happens to giving a chance for performance?
There's a saying that if I translate it literally, how good the weekend will be, the evidence will show on Friday. It's not the way I started criticizing the government when he appointed the central bank governor, and the man started removing restrictions of certain inputs, which I considered very important to the masses of the country. And I one time I say, the CBN governor would patch CV, because I can't understand that the good CBN governor will remove those. Now you can import rice, now you can import food items, now you can import everything. That the whole idea is, that is the Buhari time, is food sufficiency, what they call food security. By the time Buhari was a government, Nigeria had become a net exporter of rice. We're producing the grains that we consume with some excess to West African countries. That policy I saw was going to crash the farming industry. And it did.
Are you not worried that it's one of the ways to fight inflation? When food inflation was a major contributor to the rise in headline inflation.
You get food inflation when you import the food, when you have to pay transportation costs, custom duty, and all other expenses associated with importing. You produce locally, you remove those cost elements. So I don't see you are inverting it to my. I'm not an economist, but you are inverting it to my mind.
So you don't agree with the economic policies of this government?
No, it's terrible. In fact, that is the issue. That has always been the issue. It's not because Bola is not tall enough like me, or he's not short, or he's not shy. It's not. That's not the issue. It's the economy. It's hurting me. It's hurting everybody I come across.
And you can't give them a chance because, you see, what this government says is that, look, if some of the decisions that we're going to make, a lot of the people in government or in leadership have failed to take some of these hard and tough decisions. Tax reforms, loans to students, ensuring that you're breaking all of those racketeering and round-tripping, the party. There's a whole lot of the politics. Just a moment, sir. And those who will say the government which you served in literally or largely contributed to the destruction of the Nigerian economy, which this government says they want to fix.
Fix by further destroying it. As I've just told you, by the time they took over, we were self-sufficient in food. We had reached a level of food security. We were exporting rice. We were net exporters of rice because of the programs, agri programs of the other government. We're producing almost all the food we're eating. So now, if the policies that this government have put in place are good policies and might yield the result in 2030 term, by which time the child has starved to death, of what use is it going to that child?
If you were in President Bola Tinubu's shoes, for example, you've criticized the economic policies of this government, and you said the CBN governor has a patch CV, which is unfair to say, because of his profile and reputation.
What was his profile? He was the manager of one branch of bank that was Lagos, Warri, Port Harcourt. Obviously, he was chasing oil money, and in any case, the bank did not collapse.
So you don't think that he deserved the job?
No, and he's not doing the job.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there are those who say
the last appointment he made, and a qualified person will not do those. I understand whether 15 people that he appointed directors, only 3 are from the north. The 19 northern states plus Abuja. Only 3. The rest, the southwest picked them. 1 or 2 other people from other regions. No, somebody who is competent will do that. Because somebody who is competent will go after people that are competent. And competent people are across all over Nigeria. It's not only Yoruba land that have competent people.
Do you agree that subsidy should be removed?
Subsidy was removed before, and we saw the result of the subsidy. When it was Abacha that removed subsidy, we saw the handwork of PTF, which till today you still see some of them. Their roads, their hospitals, their all the things they did. When Goodluck Jonathan Asay removed the subsidy, there was P, in which the gains from the subsidy will be channeled towards infrastructure development and other things that people will see with their own eyes. This was they remove subsidy and we don't see. We don't see.
Well, I mean, we should be asking the state governors, shouldn't we? Because most of the bulk of the money is going to the states.
I agree with you to that extent, but what of the federal government that has the bulk of the resources?
But how would you handle it differently? I mean, what would you do differently if you were in President Bola Tinubu's shoes?
The issue is...
And subsidy had to go. Was a tough decision, either politically or economically.
You know, subsidy, in my own time, in my own personal opinion, I used to look for where is this subsidy coming from? If at that time, Nigeria was giving you crude oil, go and refine it, and bring us, reduce their cost for the crude oil, and return refined products to us. I don't know where the subsidy was going to come into now. Because we want 10 barrels of refined crude from you. We are going to give you 15 barrels of crude, refine it and give us 10. You've paid through crude. They call it something swap.
Yeah.
So where was the subsidy? Why are you subsidizing? Nothing. You paid for it upfront.
There are middlemen who are, what government is simply subsidizing is what the cost of production.
They were giving money to criminals. It's as simple as that.
But it wasn't Bola Tinubu that was doing that.
No.
On the first day he got into office, he said that must stop. Don't you think that should
But I heard they're still paying subsidy.
They're still doing that?
Yeah.
Under this government?
Yes.
But, are you able to give this government a second chance? Because let's a benefit of the doubt. If they say...
I will not be alive. We say, there are second chance. By the time the chance is over, I will be dead with starvation.
You have a farm. Why will you be dead?
Let me tell you, I keep on telling you, people don't listen. These city people don't listen. Last year, when they came in, fertilizer was 45. During Buhari's time, fertilizer was 55. NPK was 55 during Buhari's time. Bola came in with this Nobel laureate type of economic policies, and it rose to 45 fertilizer. You can't farm maize without fertilizer. Maize, you can't farm it. Now, so we now produce maize that year, and maize price for the farmer was 110,000 naira per bag for the farmer. So he could sell a bag of maize and buy 3 bags of fertilizer. Now, it has reversed. Now, maize, last week in my market in my village, maize was 42,000. Fertilizer is 70,000. It has reversed. So farmers cannot produce fertilizer. If you go to the rural areas, the farming communities, you dare not mention Bola Tinubu.
Really?
Yes. Forget about he subsidized food items for the city boys. Okay, they deserve something, but they are not Nigerians. They are not the only Nigerians. Go to the rural areas where farming.
But you see that this president said he wants to work hard. You could see his wife moving around. Even his son follows him around. There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of people around him trying to...
He brought people who, some of them had already Japan to, they were living in Europe. He brings them back. And some of them were in Lagos boys, Ajebule brought us and brings them into government. Their only interest is how to make money for themselves and repatriate it to their families in Florida, in Canada, and so on and so forth. This government has no politician. Who is the politician in this government? They are the so-called technocrats that work with him in Lagos and Ogun, and he brings them into government. They don't care about whether this government performs or not. They care about what they will make.
Your allegation of corruption in this government, on what basis are you alleging that they're stealing money? Because what you just said now, as you can validly substantiate it.
Can I ask you something? They borrow money from abroad. They said they are going to do roads. They take loans. Have you seen any road? Where has the money gone to? They make budgets. You go to the ministry, no project is going on. What has happened to the money budgeted for it?
Is it a complaint that there are no capital releases?
Yes. So where is the capital going to?
There are those who think that the real issue here about the ADC is that it's just a camp and a coalition of ambitious people. People who just want to be president. People who don't like Bola Tinubu and the APC, and they wanted them out by force, by fire.
What's wrong with that? The way I see politicians, there are people in the society who see things going on that are not right, or who have better ideas of how things should go. They join politics to change it. So what is wrong with this? Somebody wants to be president.
How easy do you think it is to beat Bola Tinubu and the APC?
It's very, very easy. We are Nigerians. APC people didn't come from heaven. From Mars. We are Nigerians. We know how they did it last time. We'll make sure they don't do it this time. They will try new methods. We'll block it.
You discovered what happened in 2023.
We just spoke about it earlier on. So we know what they did. They used Nigerians to do it. Those Nigerians today are one of those that are regretting, that are suffering like us. And if they want to repeat it, and so they want their...
So you imagine that they rigged the election in 2023. That's what you're saying.
Massive rigging. Massive, not just rigging.
And those who did it for them are now revealed to you.
They are part of this society. Who is happy about this society except people in government?
Mr. Babashilawa, thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
If Bola Tinubu wins again in 2027, what would you say?
It will not kill me.